A united effort to show what has happened here in the early 80s on the part of the Chicago Blackhawks. That particular year, Al Secord was an absolute monster. He tallied a total, holy smokes, speaking of monsters, on the screen there, the scoreboard, 54 goals for Al Secord that year. You might say he took off, and he continues to take off with his job after hockey. The scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise for you today. We have a brief video on our first officer. I hope you enjoy this.
I know I'm very fortunate to be able to do two great careers and two careers that I love. I'd always wanted to be a pilot. I didn't know what level I would get to after I retired from hockey. Just persevered and went back to school after my career was over back in 1990. Just kept plugging. When I did get to my interview class, I had at least 15, 20 recommendations, and that put me in a position where I had to prove myself in the interview process as well as the simulator. And now I'm here and very happy to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 aircraft ahead of us before we depart for San Diego this afternoon. With the flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff. A lot of people are very surprised. I usually don't say anything, and then there'll be a fan in the back of the airplane, and they'll ask the flight attendant, they'll say, is that Al Secord who used to play for the Chicago Blackhawks? And she goes, I'll check. So she'll come up and ask me, and the captain will look at me and say, what's that all about? So I'll tell him, well, yeah, I used to play in the National Hockey League, and he's like, wow, that's quite a career change. I basically come out to the airplane, I walk around the outside, I make sure everything looks good, there's no leaking fluids, that everything's attached to the airplane. And then when I come up in the cockpit, especially on the first flight of the day, I'll run through all the systems in the airplane and make sure they're working properly. It's a very intense job. It's a very disciplined job, just like hockey. You know, in hockey I had to maintain my sleep, I had to eat well, I had to stay physically fit, and the same with the pilots. We're very conscientious about being rested for our flights, and of course knowing our system, studying, and again eating properly, so that when we get to the airplane we're in the best state physically and mentally. For me, the takeoff and landings are a lot of fun. It actually raises our game. Get a little adrenaline rush that I used to get in hockey. And you get pumped and you fly the approaches, and if you master flight picture perfect and with a great landing out of it, that's very satisfying for me. So I really do enjoy the flying part. Right now the retirement age is 60, and it might be going up to 65. I don't think I'll do the 65 thing, but I'm going to stay in flying as long as I can, as long as I'm healthy and as long as I'm enjoying it. I won't do anything that I don't enjoy.